Hey guys,
Hey.
it's Red here.
And Rach. And today's review is about awkward things that you do to try to pretend you didn't do awkward things. So our first thing we want to talk about is when you go to somewhere where like someone's providing you a service and they tell you to enjoy that service and you accidentally tell them to enjoy it back.
You too.
Yeah, this happens at the movies, like when the like acne teenager behind the counter who gave you the popcorn.
They always have acne.
It was like, oh, enjoy the show, and you just go, yeah, you too.
You too. Or at the airport, which I'm at the airport a lot. I travel a lot, and they're always like, enjoy your fun. I'm like, you too.
You too.
Oh wait, you're staying here.
Or, like, someone tells you, like, you're telling someone at work or something about something fun you're doing that weekend, and they're like, oh, have fun at your party, and you're like, you too!
You too, even though they're probably
you're not
sitting at home
invited.
doing absolutely
Yeah,
nothing.
You're not invited, but I'll have fun, and I'll tell you about it.
And you too, you have no fun.
When you're, like, in the car, and you're rocking out, which I'm guilty of this, rock out to Taylor Swift literally every time I'm in the car. And it doesn't matter what song it is, I'm always, like, really, like, into it.
It's a slow song, and she's like...
So it's, like, you pull up at a light, and you're doing it, and you don't even realize that, like, there's another lane and someone's gonna come up next to you, and you're in the middle of it, and you don't realize it till the song break, and you turn, and it's never someone who, like, appreciates you for rocking out, and it's like,
they're not like,
that's awesome! Yeah! They're always like,
too.
it's always, like, some fat soccer mom who's mad at you for just, like, having fun, and she's like...
Okay, alright, last topic that we're going to pretty much make the most of the video about is the topic of farting.
It's God's original joke. Always funny. It's annoying. Like, the kid I babysit for, he's 7. He doesn't think farts are funny. He'll fart, and I laugh, and he doesn't. And there's nothing that makes you feel more immature than laughing at something a 7-year-old didn't, especially when it's a fart.
Well, I have a story that I'd like to tell. I was about, I want to say 12 or 13. I was in LA, and there was a guy there that I used to talk to from when I was like 11. I was like, when I come to LA, I'm going to meet you. So it came to the time when I went to LA. So he asks me out on a date, and we go to see the movie Holes.
Did his mom drive or did your mom drive?
His mom drove us. Sitting there, I had my legs up on the chair.
Oh my god.
There was loud music going on, mind you, in the movie, and I'm just like...
Was it during a silent part?
No, it was during loud music, so I'm going, maybe he didn't hear it. But then I was like, I heard it. So...
Was there people around?
No. But so I was just like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? Oh my god, I just farted. Oh my god. And I had my feet up. So then I started making noises with my shoes up on the thing, and I was trying to squeak it.
Recreate
and
it.
then I say to him, I was like, oh, my shoes are making crazy sounds. And he goes, Jeannie, you farted. The rest of the night was fucking awkward. It was awful. I went back to the hotel room. My mom was like, oh, how'd it go? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I farted. It didn't smell, though.
Oh, well, the loud ones never do.
No, the loud ones don't smell.
If it's loud, you're okay.
Silent
Silent
deadly.
but deadly. Speaking of silent but deadly, my story. In 7th grade, it was my English class, and we had this, like long line, like the classroom desks, but they were, like, facing each other in a really long line. So we were across from somebody, and I was at the very end of the line, and I was across from this kid who spoke very little English, so nobody really talked to him, like, whatever. And, so I rip some severe ass, like, silent but deadly, like, oh my god, people would have probably have died had they inhaled. So the smell, the way that, like, creepers do, starts, like, creeping down the line. And I'm just, like, paranoid about it, because, like, in 7th grade, like, everything's embarrassing without farting.
Yeah.
So, with the fart, I was just like, oh my god, my life is over, no one's ever gonna talk to me again. So it's creeping down the desk, and I see, like, one by one, people, like, what is that, like, perking up, but, like, no one knows which direction it's coming from, because it's kind of hard to tell. So eventually it gets down the line, so this kid goes, ew, and turns to the kid next to him, and the kid turns to the next kid and goes, ew, and the ew finally makes it to me, and it was me, and everyone could tell because I was so red, and I was just like, so I look up and I'm, like, looking for, like, a scapegoat, and the only one near me is the Mexican kid who doesn't speak English, so I pointed at him and I could go, ew, and he was just like, oh, no me, I got away with the fart. But he was, like, giving me the stink eye for the rest of the year. I think you have to become confident enough to embrace your anal air. So that's how you can tell if a relationship's good or not. if you can fart on them.
Oh, I fart on John Michael.
Like, yeah,
all the
like, I don't
time.
understand how some women are like, oh my god, I never fart in front of my boyfriend.
Never fart in front of
My
my
boyfriend doesn't know. Or
Oh my
boys who
gosh.
say, girls don't fart.
Or
I'm
girls
like,
don't
oh
poop.
yeah? Give me a minute. Like, hold on, let me jump up and down. I got this. Like,
Farts are funny. My similar story was I was in computer class once, and I had a fart coming, and I knew it was going to smell. It was the Bernie type, you know?
ooh, the kind that you're just like, oh, I
Burn.
should not have eaten
Oh,
that.
it burns.
Mm.
So I'm like, oh gosh. All right. So it had to come out. I was on the end. It was him and then lady. I did the fart. It came out. And all of a sudden, I was like, shh, shh. I was like, oh. Do you smell it? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, ew, do you think it must be lady? Did you do it? He's like, no. And I was like, it must have been lady. It smells awful. He's like, it's awful. She smells. I was like, I know. And then we just sat there just going, oh, lady.
The other night, I was at my friend's house, and we had been at Beer Fest all day, so I, literally drank, my body weight in beer, so I had so much CO2, brewing in there. It, keeps coming, they come in, little spurts. That kept happening, and
So you're like an old lady.
pretty much, and it was just us in the basement, so I'm the only girl, but it's also, a small enough amount of people, everyone's, having dinner or whatever. I was just like, whatever, beer, and we were playing, and, I kept leaking them out. But I thought they weren't gonna smell, but they definitely did, every time, but I didn't know if I just smelled it, or if it was, global. So I was
If you can smell it.
yeah, if you can
everyone
smell it, they can smell it, I guess is probably the rule to live by,
If
but
you
I
can
was
hear
just...
it, they can hear it.
Mhm. And so I, tried to pretend I was, going out into the hallway to, yell up the stairs to my friend, so I, went out there, and I was like, okay. So I, ripped all the ass out there, but, when they follow you, it,
Oh, it's the
followed me back
worst.
in, and my partner, they were nice guys, none of them said anything. If they see this, they're gonna be like, yeah, I remember that night, it was foul. But, it was everywhere. And then, my partner, the poor man, he was, I'd never met him before, and he was really tall, so maybe it, didn't make it up to him. So embarrassed the whole night, because, I didn't call attention to it, so I couldn't, be like, sorry about the fart, guys. It was too long after for me to bring it up without being a freak. Too much gas had passed. It was not good. It was really, really embarrassing.
Yes.
But everybody farts. That's
Everybody
the moral
farts.
of the
Everybody
story.
farts. When you get older, you're gonna realize it.
And when we get
Doesn't
famous,
matter.
this is going on the news, and we're still gonna admit to it. I will
Everybody farts.
always feel the same way.
I will fart on the news.
I will fart on the red carpet. I will sit on the red carpet. See
You're
Juliana Rancic, but you can't tell she smelled it
She's
'cause
like,
her
that
face
was
is the same.
Rancic.
You see Joan Rivers? Tell if she smells it or
What
not.
did this girl do? You shit a Brants?
I'll be like, actually, Joan, I did. They'll put me up as a fash hole, and I'll be like, no, it was coming out of my fash hole.
Well, I think this
Concludes our story about farts.
Yeah. Mhm.
Morals of the story: girls fart. We fart really bad. We try to
It's-
cover it
it's
up.
awful.
It was
Sometimes.
not our shoe. It was not the
It's
chair.
not our shoes. The reason I went over there
It
was
was
because
a-
I was farting.
Really?
Don't follow me.
They're walking with the clench. You know the clench.
The clench.
So it's gotta walk so it doesn't come out, but you can't let it sneak out. Yeah. All right. I think that's all we have on the topic of anal air.